So I just read a very interesting article about how they looked at parts of the brain between males and females and found that parts of the brain responsible for certain things like emotion and thinking and all this, or whatever, all the hippocampus and all this other stuff, was actually more greatly affected by level of exercise than gender, showing that gender is again bullshit and a social construct in terms of there's a female brain and there is a male brain. Now, that isn't to say that things like hormones can't affect things, your behavior, because we all know that testosterone does cause increases of things like aggression. However, that's pretty much where it stops, because it can affect that sort of thing and that sort of thing only. It really only affects things on a physiological level, not on an intellectual level. So the idea that you are a certain gender down to the point where it should affect every single aspect of your fucking life is fucking bullshit. And if you don't think that that's a viable article, because some people are raising certain concerns, because like, oh, well, just because the sizes are the same doesn't mean that they work the same or whatever else. It's oversimplifying something. Fine, just look at history. Because, I mean, if you just look throughout history, it's been proven time and time again that women are just as capable of doing things that men are. Women can fight, women can do work, women can do anything that a man can do, kind of thing. And vice versa. Men can raise children and men can clean a house and whatever else. Because the thing is that having strict gender roles is a mark of a privileged society. Because the thing is that when you are in a state of extreme poverty or hardship, you're not going to go, well, okay, we need someone to work, or we need someone to fight, but all we have are women. Well, I guess we're not going to have this necessary action taken care of because my ideas of how things work is getting in the way of that. No, you're gonna be like, okay, women, you can do the work because you're physically capable of doing this thing, so you're gonna do this thing. Because women are capable of doing these things, they're capable of being strong, they're capable of learning and doing these things. I mean, like the whole, like, women have always stayed home and men have always gone to work thing is really a marker of white culture, because if you look at like in America, the whole like white women wanting to work, it is really white women, because black women and Latino women or Latinas or whatever else and all these other, they've been working this whole time because they had no other choice. They had to support their families. They were too impoverished, and even some white women too, because they couldn't afford not to work. It was middle upper class people, women who wanted to be able to work and whatever else. Because the thing is that, or like single parents, they had to work and all this other stuff, and you have to, in like, if you go even like more than just the last century or two, even farther, like the farther back you go, the more your gender roles break apart, because societies all over the world didn't have this strict gender bullshit, and a lot of the ideas of it is just getting stricter and stricter while also having these weird leeway. It's bullshit, because a woman can do farm work, so you need someone to do farm work. You have, let's say, person, okay, I need lots of people, I need to do farm work, and have my children doing farm work. I have mostly daughters. Well, they're capable of doing the farm work, so they're going to do the farm work, because I can't afford to hire people to do the farm work because I'm really fucking poor. So there you go. They're not going to sit at home sewing their things all day. If they're capable of doing it, do the thing. In World War II, they had women fighting in the war, but you never talk about that. But in fact, actually, something that I liked about Captain America, the first movie, is that Peggy Carter, the British female soldier, because there were women, British women and Canadian women, all this other stuff, fighting in the war before there were American men fighting in the war. So the whole thing about the American, because they were saying like these women have already been fighting and kicking ass, and they're bringing the men into the training camps and whatever. Like, give them respect because they've done way more than you friggin' Joe Schmo, okay? So that sort of interaction and everything else, and how the soldiers like, good on you for punching that asshole in the face for disrespecting her, thing is accurate to how it was, because women, oh, you can hold a gun and you can shoot a Nazi? Here you go, here's a gun, shoot the Nazi. Like, so, yeah, because I can kick a guy's ass if I need to. Fine, I can't technically get as strong as certain men, but I don't have to be the strongest to be strong. You see that? Like, I understand this thing, yes, men physically are capable of becoming stronger than women. Fine, but why do you have to be the strongest to have worth? Because I'm stronger than most of the guys I know. In fact, I know more guys that are weaker than me than are stronger than me. But since biologically because of their testosterone, they're capable of being stronger than me, that illegitimizes my strength. So all that working out I've been doing the past years and years of my life is worthless, and all the lack of working out that they've been doing for the past years and years of their life suddenly has worth. Like, it's bullshit. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. And also, I know how to fight. Plenty of guys don't know how to fight. So, if you're gonna have someone doing the fighting, then wouldn't you rather someone who knows how to fight and is strong and it works out regularly than someone who never works out and has never had any fighting experience in their life? Wouldn't you rather someone who who actually knows how to hunt, actually knows how to, you know, do any of that shit to go out doing the hunting and stuff like that, than someone who doesn't? And this goes the other way too, is that plenty of men are perfectly capable of raising children, taking care of children, doing housework, all this other stuff. And this is damaging towards men too, who want to actually raise their children, take care of their children. Like, they end up losing court battles because that's seen as woman's work. It's not, you know, legitimate enough for a man or whatever. It's let the women do that. No, plenty of dads really care about their kids, and they want to be a big part of their kids' lives, and they want to, like, be the primary caregiver. And plenty of moms, they're like, I don't give a shit about my kid. So I hate this idea that the mom is like the ultimate parent and then the dad's like the whatever parent, because there are plenty of dads that are way better parents than moms. But this idea that women are supposed to take care of the kids and men aren't ruins everyone's life. And if we just abandon this shit, we could stop limiting everyone, and then we could do so much more, and life would be just better for everyone. Why are we still clinging to this relatively new idea? Because honestly, a lot of this shit, like, is kind of new, and this obsessive gendering of children too is actually kind of new too. Like, the gender, like, clothes, everything, like the toys that they're playing with. I mean, girls and boys would play together all the time because they're kids, they're playing, whatever. They would play, like, fine, girls would have their dolls or whatever, and boys would play guns, but they would all play sports together. They would all, like, play tag together and whatever. But now it's like, no, the boys can't play with the girls. But why not? Oh, and like, you would have older brothers playing doll with their sisters, and then the sisters would go and play war with their brothers. It would happen. They would play Legos together when Legos was a thing. They would even have ads advertising to both kids. They didn't give kids. Boys and girls would wear the same goddamn clothes when they were little, because they grow in the clothes so quick. It's like, fucking hell, wear your sister's old clothes or vice versa, because wherever, man, it's not worth getting new clothes all the time most of the time. You'd have little boys in dresses and little girls in little suits, because it's kind of like, fuck it, you know what? Like, I am too poor to afford new clothes every 3 months, so here, hand-me-downs, they work, because they're not getting worn out because they're only wearing them for a short period of time. So, yeah, gender's bullshit, and fuck off to that. That isn't to say we don't have differences and that gender is not something that people are allowed to cling to, and you're not, nothing wrong with identifying with feminine or masculine, blah blah blah. It's just stop assigning it to people who, in saying that, and limiting people because of gender that they were assigned, or even the one that they identify with, because just because they identify with a gender does not mean that they identified with the gender role that that gender is often assigned. Thanks for watching.